We're going to go ahead and get started with language, and let's start with some capitalization, punctuation, rules for direct quotations. Nick said, I have lost my book. Let's start with capitalization. What would we capitalize? We would capitalize, good, and I know, Nicholas, you're getting this right now, Nick, and we would also capitalize I. Did you get I? Of course you did. Nick and I. Now, let's talk about direct quotations. Remember, a direct quotation is a person's exact words. Now, would the person be saying, Nick said, or would they be saying, I have lost my book? Exactly. So you're going to put a pair of quotation marks here before I, and then a pair of quotation marks after I. Remember, it's like surrounded by a hug. Nick said, I have lost my book. And we put quotation marks and we capitalize the first word in that direct quotation. And the next one, where did you read it? Asked Mom. Where did you read it? Asked Mom. Well, let's start with the capitalization. We would capitalize where because it's the first word of a sentence. We would capitalize one more word. Can you figure it out? It is Mom because we didn't say my mom, but we're just referring to her as Mom. That's her name. All right, good. And then what's the direct quotation? What did Mom say? Mom said, where did you read it? So we're going to put quotes around where did you read it? Okay, and we'll tuck our question mark right inside the hug, okay? So where did you read it? And that's how we would correct this sentence. All right, our next one. Next side, Kate, will you help me? Now, we put a comma after Kate because that is direct address. We're talking to Kate. Now, what are Nick's exact words? Nick's exact words are, Kate, will you help me? So, around Kate, will you help me? We're going to put quotation marks. And remember, we're going to tuck our little question mark inside the hug. Kate, will you help me? Now, we're going to capitalize Nick because it's the first word of a sentence and it's also a person's name. Also, we're going to capitalize Kate, first word of the direct quotation, and it's a name. Kate, will you help me? And that's all we do for this one. Good job. I just found it, squealed Kate. We would capitalize I, and we'd also capitalize Kate. And we put a little hug around I just found it because her exact words are, I just found it. All right, so don't forget for our quotations is a person's exact words. Go to page 283 in your book. Page 283, take 5. You have 1 minute to get, actually you have 2 minutes to get take 5, lesson 58 done. All right, pause your video and we're gonna check it. Press play when you come back. All right, so Mason hurt his hand. Hand there is a noun. It's the name of a thing. This is called a hand. It's a noun. All right, number 2, please hand Dad that plate of cookies. You're not naming a hand, you're actually doing something. It's a verb. Number 3, one look from Mom was enough to stop the mischief. Now, is this actually looking or is this talking about her look? It's talking about her look. She's not looking, it's just saying one look. So it's a thing there. I know that's confusing, but that's a noun. The next one, I will look in my binder. At this point, you're actually doing something. So this is a verb. And number 5, we should stop here for lunch. We're doing it. We're stopping. So that is a verb because it's something we can do. Okay, now we're going to be talking a little bit about our essay, but before we do, we're going to just talk about it. Okay, so if I were going to write about an important place in our town, maybe I'm writing about, let's see. Let's say I'm writing about Hartford, Connecticut. All right, I would need to gather information about that place, right? Where are some places I might find information about Hartford? maybe online. Maybe you would find it online. Maybe you would find it in the library. Where else? Yes. So you might find it in the library. You might find it online. You might find it in a book. You might find it in a store. You might find it on YouTube. All different places to find information. Well, as I look for information, I need to write important facts that I find. And a chart is going to help me organize my facts. Okay, so today I'm going to write about what this important place looks like. And so in my paragraph, I'm going to be doing what our school looks like. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find my little chart. Sorry, if you hear things dropping, I'm just trying to get my chart. I'll be right back. Perfect. Now, if I were to write in my chart right now, and I would put my topic, okay? So my topic would be what our school looks like, all right? So I would put my title, what our school looks like. Now remember with titles, we capitalize the first word, the last word, and any important words in the middle. So in that one, every single word is important. What our school looks like. All of them are important, so they'd all get capitals, okay? Now, over here, I would divide it into 3 main ideas, okay? So if I did what our school looks like, maybe I pick 3 different areas of our school. So we have the elementary wing, right? So we could put elementary school. Another one, we have the high school wing. So we could put elementary wing, high school wing, and then maybe we talk about the playground, right? So we could put elementary wing, high school wing, and then we can talk about the outside or the playground. All right? So this would be our 3 ideas. We have topic, what our school looks like, and our 3 main ideas. Now, what could we give for a main idea? A main sentence for the elementary wing. So if I were to talk about the elementary wing, what could I put in there? Maybe I could say it's grades kindergarten, K4 through 6th grade. I could say our classroom is on this side. Now, would I talk about the cubby in our classroom? No, I wouldn't, because that's too general. It's too general. We were just talking that's too specific. We're just talking about general ideas of the appearance of it, okay? So if I talked about the high school wing, maybe I could say there's the high school bathrooms, because we use the high school bathrooms. Maybe talk about 7th through 12th is on that side, and the science lab. But I wouldn't need to talk about specific things, because we want to keep it nice and general. Like, we wouldn't say, Mr. Mason is on that wing, because that's a little too specific, okay? Maybe we would say the computer and science lab are on that side, because that's appearance, but it's not getting into the into really specific things. And then the playground, we could just say that's on the outside. We could talk about different things with its appearance, but we would stay away from specific things. Like, maybe we would not say there was a yellow slide. Okay, that's a little too specific for our main thing. Now you say, well, that's important. It is, but if we are talking about 3 main ideas, we don't want to, like our book report, we didn't want to get so caught up in little details that we're skipping the main ideas, okay? Well, today we're going to find information about what a historic or important place that you've picked. You've picked an important or historic place, and as you look for information today, you're going to need to write down the facts that you find. Now, your book on page 189, if you turn to page 189, it looks just like this chart right here. Just like this chart. And you're going to start by reading and gathering. It says research and organize ideas for the paragraph. That's page 189. Now, the first part is easy. It says think and plan. The topic, just like my topic, you're going to pick. So if you picked Nathan Hale's home, you could say what Nathan Hale's home looks like. You would just fill in Nathan Hale's home, okay? You would capitalize all of those words because those are important. If you were writing about Hartford, you'd write what Hartford looks like. If you're writing about Mark Twain house, you'd say what Mark Twain's house looks like. If you were writing about Lake Compounds, you say what Lake Compounds looks like, all right? Different places. There's so many different places that you could pick. If you pick the prison, the old new, I forget what it's called. There's a prison that's famous. If you were to write about that, you would capitalize that and you'd write what that looks like. All right, now, today, we're only talking about the appearance, what it looks like, okay? So think about what it looks like, all right? And so you're going to divide the facts about what it looks like into 3 main ideas and write about them, all right? So you wouldn't want to write, it looks brown. It looks brown and made of bricks, because that's too specific. We're going to pick 3 main things. So if you can think, what are 3 main categories about what it looks like? So maybe you could talk about, if you're talking about a specific building, you might want to say what the outside looks like, the inside, and maybe or maybe you could divide it. So maybe if it's a house, there's the upstairs, there's the downstairs, and then there's the outside. You know, if there's if there's a house and there's like a park around it, maybe you could say the park, the outside, the park, the grounds, and then the inside, okay? You find 3 ways to divide it up. And once you find the 3 ways to divide it up, you're going to write about them on these lines right here. So that's what you're going to do today. I want you to try to write at least 2 facts for each of your main ideas, if you can do that. So write 3 main ideas and try to write at least 2 facts. If you can write 3, write 3 about them. There is at the bottom topic sentence and concluding sentence. You do not need to do that today. We're actually going to do that tomorrow. All right? That's not too bad, is it? Just think about the appearance. If you even need to look for more information, look for more information today and just find it and research it. All right, guys, if you have any questions, I will be seeing you at 8:30. Maybe you might be watching this after 8:30. So if you have any questions, just let me know. All right, have a great day.